Hey, welcome to this Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts gameplay video. If you love the era of naval warfare when castles of steel ruled the waves, then don't miss a minute of what's coming up. Hey, welcome. It's time to play some Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Got a viewer choice going today. Been asked to do a Portland-class heavy cruiser, which means we can do the USS Indianapolis, CA-35, I think. The Indianapolis had quite the career and ended in a dramatic and terrible way. She carried the atom bomb across the Pacific, and on the way back, she was torpedoed by a Japanese submarine. And due to the nature of her mission and a lot of confusion, nobody knew she had been torpedoed for several days, and hundreds of her crew died subsequent to her sinking, many from shark attacks. It's very famous, and if you don't know anything about it, I'll link something in the description. If there's anything about this that bothers me is that the current state of the game says if you build a historical ship and then take a equivalent, can I do that in front of the camera? Equivalent, like this, equivalent enemy ship, the enemy ship is going to beat your brains out. I've done this 4 times. I've tried different scenarios, and you just cannot win against a reasonable opposition right now. There's something going on, and it's obvious in the even in the Game Labs forums that ships with equivalent technology, the AI is shooting you up while you can't hit the other guy. So I don't know. I've experienced it. I've watched my cruisers have a less than 1% chance to hit a heavy cruiser. That same enemy heavy cruiser is sinking my destroyers that are at about the same range from me as I am from him, or other way around. From him as I am, well, whatever. The point is, at the I need more coffee. At the same range, he's hitting destroyers. I can't even get locked up on destroyers. So I don't know. There's something happening here. It's an alpha, so we just stay cool about it. No big deal. What we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and build the Indianapolis. We're going to take her against a Japanese cruiser, and I may make it a light cruiser. That might be the only way. She'll have a lot of problems with torpedoes, but perhaps she can get a hit on a light cruiser. Even then, light cruiser's even harder to hit. And the light cruiser will probably bring 7-inch guns, which will be just about as good as the 8-inch gun. So I got to quit talking about it. Let's get in there and let's just see what's going on with the game as it stands. I really kind of want to do this all complicated with extra ships and stuff, but I'm running a little short of time today, and I'm just going to load up this heavy cruiser. I'm going to let the AI build what will be almost certainly one mean light cruiser. It's just going to be a straight up fight. Hopefully it'll run pretty quick. I think I need to do an unlock to get the hull I want to use, and off we'll go. So I'll be back in a moment. We'll get a look at her, and then we'll take her out and see if the Indianapolis can take on an AI light cruiser with any chance of success in the current version. Back in a moment. Okay, here she is. Now, she's a little heavy, and I'm guessing about a lot of things, as usual. In fact, I don't know whether Krupp 4 armor is appropriate, but you just can't. She gets really heavy if you use less than that, and the specifics of reloading, and really, radar and all this good stuff, you just about have to give her the best for her to have a freaking chance against an equivalent enemy. Armor I feel okay about, although cruiser armor is kind of interesting, and this is the numbers that I'm finding. That's the way it goes. Deck, I think is okay. The deck extended, I just left it at default. Conning tower is the armor I found for it, and it's not much. The turrets have 2.5 inches of armor. I left the turret tops the same as the deck, although I didn't have anything that talked about the turret tops. And the secondaries I just reduced so they wouldn't have more armor than the 8-inch gun turrets. She's good for about 33 knots. I think she was just maybe there, this much slower than 33, as we just call it 33. And she looks about right. Another thing, all these secondaries ought to be clustered back here, but they don't really fit. And by moving this, I got rid of a bit of a aft offset problem, aft weight offset problem I was having. I think she's about as balanced as she's going to get. She's got a good engine efficiency. I think she looks pretty good on balance. Got the big, beautiful flag on there. It just makes me very happy. What do you say we go play? Up. But before we do that, Indianapolis. When I was a young man, let me turn on a cooler in here. When I was a very young man, there we go, it's working. My dad used to spend a lot of time in Indianapolis, and I was just a kid. It was like, my dad, he's not here, because he was in Indianapolis. So here we go. We've got CA-35, Indianapolis against a Japanese light cruiser. And if I slaughter her straight up, what do I got to tell you? 2 days, 4 big battles, and I have been unable to get this girl to perform on par with the AI. So let's see what happens today. We're going to publish this video today if it hair lips the Booger Man. Ooh. Morning, clear, calm. This is kind of cool. We got her spotted at 15 kilometers. We've got no chance to hit her. We are closing up right now inside of her torpedo range. Isn't that exciting? That does not bode well for Indianapolis. All right, what is kind of cool though is this. Oh, we just got to. We've got to quickly. We've got to, because the sound is killing me. We've got to get a warm. Look at that warm light. We got to get a shot of her. F-11. Yeah, that's just making me very happy. I love the quality of the light here. We're getting the warm. It's morning, right? First light. Yeah, get golden 20 minutes or so in the morning and the evening when the sun is low. Everything gets very warm. My God, she's moving fast. She's going to be about impossible to hit. She's got smoke. Doesn't look like she's terribly well armed in terms of big guns, but she's got a lot of them. And I'm looking for torpedo tubes, and I know she's got them. Could be that back there. I don't know. I don't know what to make of that. I do know she's moving really fast, so let's look at this. Look at this. Will I get a beautiful picture of her healing as she makes that turn? Oh, you know, that's going to make this side of the... Oh, Lord, that's noisy. It's going to make this side kind of dark. Yeah. I love the pictures. "13 kilometers, 0.1% chance to hit." Now this is with the best fire control I could put together. We don't have her identified, but this is telling us that she's got long-range torpedoes, and I'd be very surprised if she hasn't put them in the water already. So we're gonna have to hope that we can spot them. Oh, she's decided to start shooting. Awesome. Let's slow down a bit and see if that improves our chances to hit significantly. Let's see if we can get all our weapons in the game here. Here we go again. Get that bow up out of the trough. We got good sun. Got a big F-11. Alright, she's returning fire. 10-1, she gets the first hit. She's moving really fast. We just slow this down to normal speed, and she is visibly moving across the horizon. If we've got an advantage here, it's big guns. If we've got a disadvantage, it's torpedoes. She's hurling and out. There's the torpedo tubes. Looks like only 4, really? And those may be 6-inch guns. I don't know, it might be triple 5-inch guns. Beats me. All I know is we can't hit her. And what did I say? We have taken 2 5-inch hits already. We have yet to lay a finger on her, and her 5-inch guns are making life unpleasant. Yep, she's getting her flicks in. Our 5-inch guns have a 0.7% chance to hit. It's going to take a lot more than that to get the all 8-inchers in here. We're down to 7 kilometers, 1% chance to hit. She's not identified yet. Well, whoa, did we actually nail her that time? We got a good lick in on her. I am amazed. With a 1.4% chance to hit, we poked a serious hole in her. Let's bring it around. We got another good hit. Oh, we've hurt her. Hopefully we're well enough armored that these 5-inchers are not going to do much to us. He says as the 5-inchers tear us a new one. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Forgive me, forgive me. But who could pass that shot? Man, go. I don't think it'll be near as awesome from this point of view. I mean, yeah, the lighting is actually pretty cool here. But we've already got shots very much like that. Alright, we're going to have to start acting like she has torpedoes, and she does. She's got them in the water. So we're not going to go where she expects us to go. Lens flare! Lens flare! I'm sure it eats up my video card something awful, but since we're not dealing with destroyers, we can really kind of charge in here. Torpedoes can only come from one direction. And because for the first time in about 4 or 5 games, the AI has decided to bring a bunch of 5-inch guns, we actually have a real edge here. But we are at 3.6 kilometers and she's got a 2.4% chance to hit. I don't care who wins this. Something about that is just, I don't know. Either they, okay, to be honest, I don't know. I don't have any idea if it makes any sense or not. I do know, no, this isn't much of a shot. I do know that the other side doesn't seem to have near as big a problem with it as I do. Alright, now these guys are going to be putting torpedoes in the water here shortly that are of a nature that we don't want to be in a position to not react like quickly. They're going to have him rolling any second now. See, he's turning to get it set up. That was a good hit. Alright, he's launched torpedoes. We don't want to be there. Hit the gas. Open the throttle wide open because we want to get through that turn as fast as possible. And then settle back in. And we might as well see if we can close her. Go. Ouch. Well, we've hurt her a lot more than she's hurt us. And the danger, of course, of closing is that she can get a torpedo launch off on us that we could not possibly avoid. So we'll bring it around just a little bit. I think all the guns are not in play. We are at 2.9 kilometers. We've got a 4% chance to hit. And we've got steering damage. Oh, that could be really, really bad at this range. We're going to have to turn away long before she gets torpedoes off. We can't finish her at 1.5 miles, where we got a 6% chance to hit. She's got a 16% chance to hit. She's done engine damage to us. This is demonstrating exactly what I was talking about. I can switch to HE. Alright, looks like we've got our steering situation under control. 6.8% chance to hit. She's got a 15% chance to hit. I don't know what's going on. But we are at point blank range. We're under a mile now. And this old girl is all the way up to a 10% chance to hit. This is, I mean, this is Hornblower. This is Jack Aubrey. We could be firing smoothbore 32-pounders at each other. He's got a 32% chance to hit. I've got a 14% chance to hit. Not only that, he's got pretty good armor. Let's look. For God's sakes, the conning tower is 6 inches and 6 inches on the turret. And a 6-inch belt. You know, I shouldn't be on HE. I should be on AP purely. No question about it. Well, there we go. That poked a hole in her. But she's doing pretty good on damage control. We're going to have to turn away from her before too long here. She's just going to put torpedoes in the water that we can't possibly avoid. Those were painful, but this is what I'm talking about in the current state of the game. What are we doing with the modern cruisers at pre-dreadnought ranges and struggling for hits? So that's crazy. Oops, not F10. I don't know what I just did when I hit an F10. An F11 though, that was what I'm looking for. Alright. We're going to begin to maneuver away because she's going to put torpedoes in us. So not only that, she's about to sink, so it may not matter. Yeah, she's down to 4%. Yeah, there we go. Well, we got her. We got her. I don't know. I don't know. I over and over again, I run into this. Over and over again. We already got 20 minutes in on this. Let's go do this again. I'm not going to touch her. We're just going to fight this battle. To the north. She's got her full speed up. Well, we are way out. That's interesting. Did it start at a different... Refight battle should have started us at the same range. The sun is high. This time, what are we fighting? Those are 6-inch guns if they are one. I don't see... If she's got torpedo tubes, they are submerged. Okay. 6-inch guns are scary against this lightly armored girl, but we got to close up because we can't hit her otherwise. We will cut our speed down to try to hit. We got a hit with an 8-inch gun. We got lucky. I'm not going to argue about it, but we got a hit with an 8-inch gun at that speed, that range. Now, really, you would think that when you've got an 8-inch gun against somebody who's maybe 6-inch guns, that what you'd want to do is stand way back And she's got torpedoes. Stay way back and use your gun advantage. Even with thinner armor, the further away, you know, the 6-inch guns are going to be less effective. So you'd want to dance around at the extreme ranges of her 6-inchers at best. Outside of them, if you could get a decent chance to hit. And you'd think the light cruiser would just say, yeah, enough of that. We're actually at a 2.5% chance to hit right now. Boom! We got a hit with an 8-incher that did next to nothing. Well, actually it might have been a 5-inch hit. I don't know. I don't see it registered over here. We should be worrying about torpedoes. That's why I'm staying fairly bow onto her. One, it maximizes my armor protection. Helps minimize her chance to hit. And it means that a hard break to starboard to avoid torpedoes is a lot easier. .5% chance to hit. Okay, let's look at this now. We have a 5.3% chance to hit. 7-inch guns. Oh dear. But they're not very accurate, which is interesting. And she has not chosen to use her she's not that well armored. She's not much better armored than we are. I mean, turrets are really, really tough. Turrets are tougher than our belt, but as far as belt armor goes, what's interesting is that she hasn't chosen to put torpedoes in the water yet. Probably pretty smart. After we get close, and those torpedoes will be tough to evade. That looked like a 5-inch hit. .9%, 3.5. We've got a fire control advantage here. Not that we're showing it. Now let's see what happens when I start showing broadside. 10-1, she starts worrying about torpedoes. Nice hit. I am surprised. I am very surprised. Why hasn't she put torpedoes in the water? Huh. Even our 2-inchers are in the game right now. Steering damage. We're at 2.3 kilometers. A mile and a half. Well, doggies. So where are your torpedoes, baby? You make me very nervous. See what she does with the torpedoes as I come around real hard. Go to full throttle, go to flank throttle. I've got a fire control advantage on this girl. I don't know why exactly, but I do. I also don't understand why she doesn't put a big fat spread of torpedoes on me right now. I'm doing everything I can to give her a chance. Get her toys in play. But instead she just stand there and get blown to pieces, which is what's happening. Man, I would have torpedoes on me so fast right now, because it'd be a really tight spread and avoiding them would be hard. Alright, now we only have our aft guns to play with. And they're shooting off God knows where. Well, I'm not real sure what I'm proving with this playthrough. Except the 7-inch guns just don't seem to be particularly effective this time. Alright, let's that's interesting. Did we just fire one gun that way and two guns that way? It may be that I was seeing the 5-inch guns. Well, this should bring all guns online. Although it hasn't yet. Where are your torpedoes, girl? I don't know. Really should have launched torpedoes on us a long time ago. Could be that I damaged them at some point. Oh my god, they're in her bow and in her stern. Well, duh. Then we've got nothing to worry about unless she turns on us. I should have looked at that already. Right now I've got significant fire control advantage, bigger guns. So she's just dinking us up, although those 7s ought to be doing better than this. I'm thinking they ought to do better. Why can't I ever get the sun on the right side of the model? Why can't I ever get the sun on the right side of the model, man? F11. Yeah, it appears that we got a rather old-fashioned design here. I don't know. Those look like modern gun mounts. that's loud. She's making 22 knots. We can slow down to her speed roughly and just blow her to pieces. So I finally found, oh that's loud, I had to turn it down. I finally found how to get the Indianapolis to win. Take her against a light cruiser. And maybe that's not insane. She was what she was, very lightly armored. I still have a problem with her not being able to get hits when enemy heavies are pounding my destroyers at the same range. But I don't know. Beats me. I say I have a problem. Doesn't mean I know anything. She's making 17 knots. We've taken steering damage. Well, apparently that stung. Now you can see, if you look at the shoot info, all the things that come into play. Plus 34% technologies. What do we got over here? Plus 42% technologies. Okay, let's get away from that noise. Let's face it, the AI can give itself advantages. If you set a year, I guess it doesn't matter. It looks like the AI can say, well, I'm going to take this instead of that. And I've said it, and I'm going to say it again. The shipyard is, ooh, that hurt. We can take some flooding. The shipyard is a generic tool that we try to use for some very specific tasks, and it's not always well suited to that. She's just about done. Yeah, it's just ugly. She hurt us, really. If you think about it, at these ranges, she's put a hurt on the Indianapolis. Well, there you go. I think we call it a day. This wasn't so much, in my opinion, not so much a gameplay thing as an exploration of where the state of the game is, and an examination of what some of the cruisers were on the basis of the Washington naval treaties. You know, that's what you're seeing with, I believe, with Indianapolis. Lots of compromises, light armors, 10,000 tons roughly, big guns, nice guns, and I guess this makes 5 games in 2 days with her, and the first time I've been able to take her or her and her escorts. I played with her and another heavy, and 4 destroyers against 1 heavy, 1 light, and 2, 3, 4 destroyers against 2 heavies, and 4 destroyers each, which was, we just got wrecked. We just got wrecked. 9-inch heavy cruisers were just punching out my destroyers at ranges I couldn't hit anything. So I don't know what we really need, and I hope it's coming. Again, we're in alpha here, so it's not a complaint, it's a desire. We need to be able to fine-tune what the other side plays. It would be even better if we could choose from a library of existing ships and say, I want to play against this, 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 and this, with this, 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 and this, and we'd have some fun. And on top of that, we'd have the campaign. I don't know if that's what we're going to have. I think ultimately this is pressing forward toward the campaign. Get that noise level down. Whew. It is pressing forward toward what they see for the campaign game. And maybe the strictly historical stuff is just stuff we play with in the sandbox with, at least at this point, limited tools. So there you go. I had a good time. It's very interesting. Another viewer choice down. Please let me know what you'd like to see. We'll do our best. We'll just do our best. And as always, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you again real soon. Hey, thanks for watching. If you click on that picture of very young Waz, you'll be subscribed so you'll never miss another video. Then click on that bell notification button, and please share and comment. See you again soon.